Yeah, we sacrifice a virgin,
Yeah.
and then we, you know.
Bathe in her blood. If we were to like write a song, tour that song, write a song, tour that song, we would be switching gears so much.
Hello and welcome from the Holy Ground. We're at Wacken 2022 right now, and we have the guys in Arch Enemy visiting us. Thank you guys for joining. How are you today?
Very good.
Good. How are you?
Awesome. I'm great, thank you. I had a good time right here. Today, later on, you're going to play Faster Stage, one of the two main stages here at Wacken. And in your career, you've played so many stages. Is there one that stands out for you, one in particular that you would always like to come back to?
Well, I mean, Wacken is such an established, and it's famous all over the world, right? There's so many killer festivals in Europe, but Wacken is probably the most famous one that's known all over the world. We'll travel, we'll be in China, we'll be in Latin America. Everybody knows Wacken. So of course it's really cool, and it's being live streamed as well, so people can be a part of it all over the world. So yeah, I mean, Wacken, we always look forward to Wacken, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always it's a big one, You don't get to play it every year, so it's something special, something cool.
Yeah, but still, it's your 9th time right here.
What?
It's your 9th time.
Is
right?
it really?
I think,
wow.
yeah.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, but I actually did not know. I would have guessed 6 or something like that, yeah.
Even more. So what's the special thing about Wacken that keeps bringing you guys back here?
Well, they keep inviting us. It's nice. We don't just show up uninvited. They actually want us to be here, which means that people like our show. I guess that we're doing something right. No, it's great. I mean, it's always we have a good relationship. I think with Wacken and and the fans here and everything. It's always a pleasure.
All right, cool. And when you guys are backstage later on, what happens right before the show? Do you have any ritual that has to take place?
Yeah, we'll get dressed and. What do we do? I
we
mean, it's just chaos.
sacrifice a virgin.
It's kind of chaos. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we should talk about that one, but
no. Yeah, we sacrifice a virgin,
yeah.
and then we,
bathe in her blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the standard stuff
Yeah,
that you
standard
expect.
stuff that you do as a metal band.
From metal. Metal is a really horrible.
Yeah.
Form.
No, I mean, I do yoga. I drink a protein shake. It's like the opposite of what I just said.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we stretch, we work out. We get dressed. I warm up my voice. Everyone warms up their instrument.
Yeah.
I always make sure that, we connect 15 minutes before. I finish my warm up about 15 minutes before so I can go and physically be in the same room as the guys and just really get in the zone altogether.
Yeah. And in this age, mobile phones have become a part of every show, I guess. And Jack White has prohibited phones at his show, so you had to put them away from you. What's your opinion on that?
How about Jack Black? What does Jack Black do? We know what Jack White does. But.
I mean, Jack White is my brother, actually. The White-Gluz. That's so. Yeah, I agree with him completely.
I don't really care. People pay good money to go to shows, however they want to enjoy it. I don't really care. And we're going to do the same thing that we do anyway. So
I think it's cool, actually, just because I've been to a few shows where cell phones were prohibited, yet they had to be locked away. And I will say that there was a noticeable difference in the energy in the crowd. Like, I've been in the audience watching shows like that, and it was noticeably different how people were more focused on the stage and on each other rather than getting clips for social media or like FaceTiming their friend and having their friend watch the show from the phone. Like, I will say, I think it's cool as an artist to allow fans to have that kind of experience, and the only way that you can actually do that is by putting that rule in place. So
in Japan, they're forbidden phones. You can't. There's never phones in the audience in Japan.
So I think it's cool. Like, for us, like Michael said, like, we're going to do the same thing either way. But I do think it's cool for fans to be able to experience both ways.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Whatever they want to do.
Like you said, your album Deceivers will be out on August 12th. What can we expect from this record? And is there something that we would not expect?
I think it's an album that has of course all the trademark elements of Arch Enemy, the things that you would expect, but it's like turned up to 11. There's also really cool new elements, cool new ways of writing songs that we kind of came across. It's been 5 years since the last album, Will to Power, so there's been like a natural progression, I think, and yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm really hyped to get it out now, get the whole album out, and put it in the fans and in their hands and of the fans, and hopefully they'll enjoy it.
All right. I really love the artwork of the album. Like, how do you get the idea for that, and who designed it?
Well, me and Alissa were like we wanted to do something maybe with the tragedy comedy masks, but then took it a step further. We worked with a great artist, painter in Portland, in the States, yeah, it's just I guess it's talking about the duality of, or like you got a very friendly face holding a demonic mask and vice versa, and it's kind of, I think we live in a day and age where people are maybe not showing their true face a lot of times and putting on a mask, so to speak, yeah.
You talked to Duke recently about releasing singles and albums, and I think there's development there that singles are more important. Why do you still stick to the concept of an album?
Well, I mean, the album format is just ingrained in us. It's a part of it. That's how we grew up. That is the body of work for us. So it's like if you're a painter and you didn't actually create a full painting, you just painted little blocks, parts of a piece, but you never actually completed the whole piece. So, it's just, for us, it completes the whole, the creative process. I guess you need something like yesterday we received our copies of the final album, right? And, that feels like, okay, the album is done. I think we're of that generation as well, where if it's just in a cloud or in a streaming service or something, it doesn't really feel like, is it real? What? Somebody could just take it down tomorrow and it won't be there. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also like it actually divides, our lives and also the life of the band into chapters, and I think that makes a lot of sense, just because, we go into this creative writing mode, which is really hard to switch into when you're touring. And so if we were to like write a song, tour that song, write a song, tour that song, we would be switching gears so much that I think that the writing would suffer and the performance would suffer. So for us, it makes a lot more sense to completely dive in head first into writing and recording mode and get that done, and then have this body of work behind us that we know we can go and bring out on the road.
All right, cool. Since World of Power, it's been 5 years, and yes. So besides the pandemic, which we don't want to talk about right now, what happened in the Arch Enemy universe?
Well, we toured World of Power for I think 3 years.
People forget that we actually toured. We did a lot of touring. That album came out. Will to Power came out in September 2017, and we wrapped up our world tour for that album in mid-December 2019. So that was on the road basically.
It led like right up to the pandemic basically.
Yeah. And then 2020 was I don't know. Like everybody, it sucked. It was just a difficult time for everybody. It put there's a lot of question marks in everybody's life at that point, right? And but now it's all back, and I think what happened. I mean, we made a record. That's what we did. We wrote music. We wrote lyrics.
We made a lot of music videos.
We made a lot of. We got together last year and recorded, filmed a bunch of videos and photographs, and that felt great. Even though we were not playing shows, just miming in these videos, it felt so nice to just be all together again. It was that was a really nice few weeks that we had.
All right, so we're looking forward to see that live today.
Yeah, right.
All right.
We're still friends. Yeah. We're still here.
Yeah.
So enjoy the show, and thank you for taking the time.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Rock on.